Hey, how's it going? My name is Graham. I'm Dungeon Master for this campaign. In this episode, I'm going to be introducing the world, also sharing with you what happened in the first session. Before we begin, I'd like to say this show is not intended for children. This game is a 5th edition Dungeons & Dragons campaign that's set in the land of Unera. Unera is a standard fantasy world with magic and whatnot, and that's pretty much all I'm going to say. I want this world to be discovered with the players and the audience at the same time. I do have a map of the land, which you can see here, and this little thingy is where the players are. The players can also see this map. Although this is an audio podcast, every now and again an image might pop up on the screen if I feel like it's relevant, and if I can be bothered to add it in. Example of this would be the map you just saw. Before I explain the first session, I'd like to go over the rules for the game. They are as follows. Milestone XP advancement, that avoids players going on a massive killing spree and leveling up because of that. Fixed HP, no encumbrance or coin weight, because that's for nerds. For the ability scores, I did something a little different. I basically gave them 70 points to spend, and told them to use a manual /roll feature on D&D Beyond to assign them. That just allows them to have more freedom as to where they actually assign their points, instead of using the point buy feature. And also just make sure that everybody was at the same power level. Now, we can finally begin with the prologue to the campaign. Before the first session began, I messaged each of the players individually with a little bit of text that was tweaked based on their backstory. That's why I asked it from them. So here's just the basic rundown of it. That character was living their life, doing something, when they began to hear a noise. This noise was both beautiful and hideous, both heavenly and demonic. Then something occurred to cause them to be distracted from the noise, and then time just froze. The noise grew in volume and complexity as the world began to dissolve into shades of light blue, so the players were the only thing left in color in a void of white. Suddenly, the noise vanished, and the world went to black with it. And that's it. Now, for the first session. Unfortunately, we were not able to record this due to various technological issues, so here's just a quick summary. So that way you guys aren't just thrust straight into session 2 with no context. The players woke up in separate rooms, furnished with just a stone slab for a bed and table containing their starting equipment. They all had also a silver bracer on their forearm with a ruby and opal set into it. Exiting the room, they find themselves in a chamber with 4 doors that led to the rooms they just left, a hallway blocked with iron bars, and in the center room, a pedestal with a large gem on it. After some introductions, Urul, an Orc Paladin, attempted to move the bars by force to no success. Justinian, an Elf Rogue, tried to swipe the gem on the pedestal, but just before it makes contact, it dissolved into light blue, and players hear the noise that they heard earlier. It fades away and is replaced by a voice that introduces themselves as Arathis, who's a goddess, and she begs the players to help and save the kingdoms. Her voice fades away, and the bars of the hallway vanish, and the players head out into the world. They emerge into a forest with a very shabby stone path leading away. Heading down the path, they spot a group of bandits ahead. Justinian took out 2, Urul 1, and Arthur, a tiefling paladin, also took out 1. Searching the bodies, they discover some gold, and Urul gets 22 teeth. There was also another dead body nearby, which was a satyr who had a destroyed journal on his person. After the fight was over, Kiva, an elf wizard, discovered that if you push the ruby on the bracer, a map pops up of the land with their current location noted, and only the wearer of the bracer can see the map. The party decides to head north, towards a structure above them on the map, and began the journey. And that's where we left off. We play roughly every week, so I'll try to get episodes out every week, but I make no promises. The next episode should be up in about a day. I hope that y'all enjoy, and until next time.